Hey yo, I'm Cool Hand Lex, and I'm back with Deckademics DJing Production School and Gear Supply. If you're an old head like me, you'll likely remember Stanton as a really solid brand that made some killer equipment back in the day, including my beloved SMX 501 mixer. They also produce high quality turntables like the Straight 150 and great phono carts like the DJ Craze 520 SK, which is another favorite of mine from my earlier days in the game. In music, the all-encompassing corporation that includes the likes of Rain, Denon, and Newmark also owns the Stanton IP, and they're resurrecting the name with this, the STX, a portable turntable designed to appease both new and old scratchers alike. Let's dive in and see if this Stanton's return to glory. So the first thing to notice about the STX is its overall size and shape. Interestingly, Stanton didn't stick with the smaller is better ethos that seems to pervade most electronics manufacturers, and the STX is about an inch and change wider and longer than other square-shaped portables. This extra size makes it, at least for me, a little more comfortable and stable when using it on my lap. The plastic build is rather hefty and robust feeling. I'm not going to drop test it, but it certainly feels like it can withstand a hit, which is certainly an admirable quality in a portable turntable, and something I wouldn't really say of the competition. Rubber pads on the base and lid keep the turntable from sliding on the tabletop, and on the sides are two strong lid locks that keep everything tight. Under the hood, we see that despite the large footprint, the STX is only capable of playing 7-inch records. I thought I might be able to squeeze a 10 on there, but no dice. The tone arm that gets in the way of that comes from the Newmark PT-01, and it works perfectly well. Nowhere in the literature was I able to learn much about the integrated cartridge and stylus though. Suffice to say, it is not audiophile quality, but it is most cut-worthy. This particular scratch record isn't skipless, so it's far more honest about how everything tracks, and the cart stayed stuck in the groove just as it was supposed to. The tone arm clip is made from a single piece of plastic, which I like because it means fewer parts that can break or go missing. Big shout out to the homie Nico Flores who let me borrow his STX for this review. He left the tape that comes on the tone arm still in place, and I'd likely do the same if it were mine. In my mind, that keeps it just a little more snug on there. The platter looks like the same one from the PT, but it definitely feels more solid, with less rocking side to side. An ultra-thin branded slip mat comes included as well. Directly below the platter is an illuminated start-stop button, and to the right of that is the onboard Innofader Nano. This rebranded Innofader Mini feels great and operates just like you think it would, with a smooth and snug glide over a mid-length throw. The fader can be installed on the opposite side of the deck as well, or you can always buy an extra and just be ready to cut on either side without having to go through the whole process of swapping locations. Fader selection and reverse switches are in the center, but cut-in and curve control knobs are along the right side of the deck. Cut-in distance, also known as lag, adjusts where along the fader sound will begin to come in. And curve control, aka slope, adjusts how quickly the volume reaches 100% once it crosses that particular point. Volume is the third pot in line and controls the output level for the headphones, line out, and the built-in speaker. The speaker loudness is totally adequate and comparable to the output of a PT-01. The last knob is a high-low tone control, which I'm willing to bet will be of little use to probably like 95% of users. RPM selection consists of the standard 33 and 45 speeds, as well as a breakneck 78 RPM, in spite of the fact that most 78 records will be too big to fit on the platter. Another unique feature in the world of portables is having a pitch fader instead of a knob. The benefit of a fader to a knob is the faster speed at which you can make large adjustments. The con is, it's less precise and smooth, which is basically the whole argument for rotary mixers. The normal range is plus or minus 8%, but turn on ultra pitch and you've got a wide plus or minus 50% pitch range to work with. The motor strength and response still feels good at negative 50, so one thing that tells me is while the STX may take some parts from the PT-01, there are clearly some updated internals in the Stanton. Included in that would be the addition of Bluetooth streaming and USB recording. Bluetooth connection is fast and easy. Hold the button, connect your device, voila! Recording your sessions on USB is just as simple. Plug in and press the button to start recording, and press it again to stop. What you hear is what gets recorded, including any streamed Bluetooth audio, and that gets saved as an MP3 on your drive. This feature is really, really cool. First, it makes capturing performance audio to sync up with your scratch videos a piece of cake. And second, it's a great way to snatch samples from 7-inch records when you go digging. There's even a 45 adapter on board when you need it. Now, I have to say, I haven't been able to recreate this, so take that for what you will. But the STX did reset my drive once. I plugged it into my computer after recording a session, and the information that was previously saved on my USB was missing. Not just the previous sessions I had recorded, literally all the files that were on there were gone. Now, I imagine I could go rooting around in there and probably recover the files with a little work, but the point is, be aware and maybe consider dedicating a USB stick that you only use with the STX. With the lid attached, connecting cables are routed through this opening to a recessed panel on the bottom of the deck. There you'll find an 1/8 inch aux in, 1/4 and 1/8 inch headphone jacks, and a pair of RCA outs. The USB-C port can power the unit as well as recharge the included pair of 18650 batteries. Including rechargeable batteries is a great look and is really just one of many great looks on the STX. I'm quite impressed. This deck sells for $249 and feels like an incredible value for my money. This is my modded PTO1, and even after a couple $100 in upgrades, it still lacks features that come standard on the STX. And with the STX, there's no need to mod it. Off the shelf, it's great for beginning and experienced DJs alike. The truth is, I had so much fun testing out this unit, and to me, that's kind of the best praise I can heap on a product. 10 out of 10, would love to cut again. Alright, so big welcome back to Stanton, because the STX is dope. By paying attention to what mods were going into other portables, Stanton was able to incorporate a lot of those features into this highly spec deck. There's a lot to love here because right off the rack you've got an nano fader, ultra pitch, Bluetooth streaming, USB recording, and it comes with rechargeable batteries. You know, you can add another fader, and Bahari Designs has already released tone arms where you can use any cart you want, but you don't need those things. What you do need is a record, and that kind of feels like a missed opportunity here, because with an included record, the STX becomes the single purchase a person needs to make in order to be a scratcher, and I think that's really cool. The Reloop Spin does come with the record, and I have to believe that bundling them into a single purchase like that makes a really strong sales pitch to anybody that wants to get started. Now, the STX enters the market with 3 other main competitors, including the Reloop Spin, the PTO1 by Newmark, and the Headache Sound Omni. I think you can make strong cases for each, so let me know in the comments if you want to see us do a portable shootout. In the case of the STX, this is an instant cop. If you want to get in the game or you're thinking about upgrading, this is an excellent choice. Thanks for watching. We're a small shop, so every like, share, and subscribe makes it easier for us to keep making these videos. Check us out at Deckademics.com where you can sign up for DJ and production classes and shop our store inventory for any equipment you need. You can follow me everywhere at CoolHandLex and follow the school at Deckademics. By now you know the drill. You can't download practice, so you better get to it. Peace.